I guess this is the Reise. Anyway, by Sauron 2012. I was looking for like a ship to showcase in my video about big ship against fighters from a few days ago. And I was thinking about showing the ship here, but then I found that the ship doesn't have any turret, so I couldn't use that for the example. So, the ship is 12,765 PCU, so it's pretty low. And you guys can see that the design is well. It's a pretty unique design. Alright, since we don't have any weapon to review, let's check down here. That's a lot of thrusters, which is a good thing. That means the ship can probably fly in gravity or on planets and moons. There's this connector here, which is somewhat exposed, so that's great. At least it's not embedded. Interesting aesthetic design choice here with all this fire cover. Another aesthetic design choice there with the blasters surrounding the thrusters with the fire covers. Very interesting. We have the forward thrusters here. And to the left here, I saw this earlier. These are like speed modules, right? Yield modules. Some windows here for decoration. Ladders for decoration. And I think this is like an actual window inside. We're gonna get in there very soon. Alright, let's check the front. There's like this logo here. That's quite interesting. To the front we have more decorative works. And there's this slider here. These sliders. I don't think these are functional though. Yeah, you cannot go up there from the ground level if you ever land on the ground. There's quite some detailing works here on the front thrusters. You guys can see that. You guys can see these armor steppings here. That's quite interesting. And to the top here, we have a safe zone, and I'm guessing this is all walkable from here. Some passage, thrusters here. This kind of reminds me to one of my older ships. Well, some very risky connector. I feel like that's a good way to make your cargo or whatever you're carrying with your small ship explode. I've also noticed there's like quite a lot of lights on this build here, so that might contribute to the PCU a bit. You can probably make the ship a lot lower on PCU if you remove those lights. I'm guessing that's the bridge. No, I don't think that's the bridge. There's an antenna up there. I forgot. Wait. Oh, hydrogen engine with solar panels. That's nice. It's always nice to see solar panels like this. Remote control here. Laser antenna, which doesn't work that well on multiplayer. The ore detector is up here. That's not gonna be too much of a problem, but ideally they should be located lower, somewhere on the ship. Gravity generator up here. And, well, I'm guessing that's the whole exterior. Alright, let's get inside now. Interesting choice for the walls here. They use armory lockers. This can work, but kind of precarious. Freight cargo boxes here. Alright. Is this an airlock? This is not an airlock. Well, this can work as well. Oh, this is like a simple airlock, but it includes this armory. These armories. That's actually pretty smart. I never thought about doing it this way. What is this? Oh, another armory. Let's get inside now. Beds here. We have 4 beds, so you can have 4 people sleeping here. Passage block. Another set of lights here. So many lights in here. Oh, this is the survival kit. Wait, is that the whole interior? Well, let's check the internals now. It's pretty small. I thought it was gonna be bigger inside. They should also probably add a kitchen somewhere in here. And a bedroom. Anyway. Oh, the ship has a lot. Whoa. That's a lot of batteries. That's actually a good thing. That means the ship is probably gonna be very hard to disable. So that's great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 large hydrogen tanks. And the ship only weighs... wait, it's actually quite heavy. 2.4 kilotons. That's kind of limited in terms of fuel time. But since this is not a combat ship, you won't be using the thrust that much. And if you plan to go on the planets or something, you do have those atmospheric thrusters. So fuel time isn't really that bad on the ship. That's very reasonable. Oh, a lot of gyroscopes though. we're gonna test whether or not that's actually necessary later. Let's see the lights. So you guys can see that all these lights here. If you guys delete these lights here, you can probably save like 1,000 PCU or something. Well, maybe 500 to 750 PCU. So that's something that you can do if you're really tight on PCU. There's no store block and there's no contracts block, which is kind of weird considering this is like a freighter and you can very much use a store block and a contracts block. That's the survival kit we saw earlier, and there's no other medical rooms, no refinery, assembler. Oh, you can totally fit production in the ship without any problem. And considering this is like a freighter, you can probably make the ship a lot more useful with production. I mean, they do have a survival kit, so you can do a very basic level of production here. But still, ideally you should have like full-size production on a ship like this. There's obviously no drill. What about jump drive? We do have 4 jump drives, which makes sense. I mean, makes sense considering the ship is a freighter and you can probably do those hauling contracts with this. Cargo containers. Oh yeah, there's like a lot of cargo containers. Solar panels that we saw earlier. Reactors. The ship absolutely doesn't need that many reactors. I mean, we don't even have railguns. And the ship already has a lot of batteries, so you can probably reduce the amount of reactors to reduce the PCU and the cost of the ship. And that's the hydrogen engine that we saw earlier. So, that's pretty much the whole internals of the ship. Let's fly the ship now. You can turn quite fast. I don't think you need to turn this fast, but maybe it will make more sense once you fill the ship with cargo. In terms of acceleration, I mean, it's quite decent. It's not like fast or anything like that, but you should be able to do a reasonable amount of dodging with this sort of acceleration, and it will be quite useful once you fill in the ship with cargo. Alright, let's fly the ship on the planet now. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The ship has 23 upward small hydrogen thrusters. So with the hydrogen thrusters alone, the ship shouldn't be able to fly on the planet. But with all the atmospheric thrusters, it shouldn't be a problem. And there you go. We're flying just fine. So, the ship is certainly very nicely designed for what it's supposed to do, but it kind of falls under one of those overly specialized ships in my opinion, and that won't be a problem for a lot of people and a lot of playstyles out there. But if you're like playing solo survival on a multiplayer server with limited PC or something like that, you certainly don't want to overly specialize your ship. You can easily add production and maybe add some weapons like interior turrets for self-defense against Hydromen. There is also some weird balancing issues with the amount of reactors, but overall the ship is quite well balanced for survival. It has reasonable amount of batteries and hydrogen tanks, and in terms of design of the ship itself, it's quite well and uniquely designed with those things and decorations you see on the exterior there. The creator really did a great job with the decoration and stuff while keeping the ship fairly low on PCU. Alright, let's crash the ship now. I'm guessing most of the cargo of the ship is like in the front of the ship, so I'm gonna try to crash on my back here, because if you're like carrying a lot of cargo, you don't want to lose all of those cargo, and we'll see how much of the ship will survive in this kind of crash here. Oh, well, that's quite a clean cut actually. And the bridge, oh never mind, I was gonna say the bridge survived, but barely surviving there. So, that's the Rise or Reise by Sauron 2012. You guys can find the link in the description below.